Natalie's looking for a little more dimension, so I thought this would be the perfect technique. We do create a base for her, which today was primaries 4.4 with 20 volume, 1 to 1.5. Based on the fact that she already had a base color on, I did not do the knots for the sectioning. However, we did still create the sectioning to be able to utilize this technique. Starting at the base, we are going to begin by over-directing and utilizing the Freehand lightener on the edge and rolled just around the edges. I have that over-directed towards the center, and I'm going to over-direct it back over her shoulder. Again, working on the edge and slightly beveled to create that 3D effect. Now, be ready, because you're gonna get to see my really awesome upcycled makeshift foiling board. I mean, I don't know about you, but it gave me a lot of room to play on, so I might have to, put this down as a win. Once everything is fully saturated, I lift slightly just to ensure that the underneath has full coverage, and we gently drop. I think somebody probably just walked by, so, we all had to say hi. Moving higher into the top of the head, I am over-directing over the shoulder and still making sure that I'm painting the edge and beveling that around. I'm going to bring that section back over towards the center of her back, moving my way up the hair shaft as well as around the edge of the section. And my homemade hair board is still doing great. It held up much better than I anticipated. I mean, I really am quite impressed with this. Now that my back sections are done, I'm going to move into horizontal sections where I'm going to do the single hand-painted balayage pieces, one swipe of a back comb, and I'm going to apply my freehand lightener, lifting the section and making sure that I'm bouncing it into that back combed section. Using my board, I'm going to finish applying the lightener all the way throughout and then gently setting it down on top of that section. Repeating these steps throughout that entire top triangle area, again in horizontal sections with a single back comb down, and really going in and making sure that I have that section fully saturated, and I'm using the softness of the brush and the product to blend into the back combing area so I get that really beautiful diffused effect. Here's our final effect, using our back-to-back foils in the front and the hairline, then our regular foils on the sides, and our butterfly foils in the top. We made a couple adjustments just based on the effect we were looking for. And here is that completed look. We did go ahead and tone everything with 3DMI 7/4, equal parts gold and 5 volume. We let that process at the sink for about 7 minutes in total. But this turned out absolutely beautiful. Look at all that dimension. Look at the shine and how soft those hand-painted pieces really just go in there and break up all of the color, especially at the top that had gotten pretty dark. So being able to go in and just have those little individual hand-painted balayage pieces on top were just beautiful at the end. Around the front, we really gave a lot of a soft diffusion around the hairline and into those top sections where we wanted to break up the color, but we didn't necessarily want it to be big, bold highlights. I think this was the perfect option to be able to give her those natural pops that just have such a soft, feathered feeling.